Alright people, it's Spratt here, and today I've got a quick review of the Elgato Camtasia HD. The guys down there, Elgato, sent this to me to do a quick review for you, so I hope you enjoy and maybe learn a bit about it, and I'll just give you my opinion on it really. Obviously different opinions for different people. We all have different preferences on on which we would like. So I guess it's up to you to decide which you will end up liking, the PVR better or the Elgato better. But I'll just give you an insight of what the pros and cons are of the Elgato, I guess. I'm just going to have a gameplay in the background at the moment, and then I'll cut to certain pictures and videos of when I mention them. So I'll start off with the pros. It's very small and compact, as you can see. It's just, I'll put it next to this PVR now, and you can see how small it is compared to the PVR. So that's definitely a plus. You could carry that around anywhere, and that's great. And there's little wires. All you need is a couple of HDMI cables, and then one USB cable going into your computer, and that's all you need for that. So that's great. As you know, with the PVR, there is a lot of wires to split the video into the PVR thing. So that's another plus. You can also play in full HD quality. I'm not sure what you can go up to, like 1080p or 1080i or anything like that, but I know you can play proper HD, because with the PVR you have to play in the component thing. I'm not sure what the quality on that is, but it's not as good. But obviously playing in HD is much better. Another thing is there's no power supply. There is a downside to this, but it is good to not use a plug socket with the power supply. That's great. It just runs off your computer, which I'll talk about in a second for the cons. But obviously having one less plug socket is great, especially if you're struggling for those. You can cut out the clips in the recording software. I'll just show you this now on the screen. It's a great little tool, because if you guys know, if with a PVR you record and then you cut your clips out in Sony Vegas or Final Cut Pro, whatever you use to edit, and then you have to render them out. So you're losing quality because you're rendering out the raw file. With this software, you can cut the clip out and save the raw file and publish the raw file to your computer, so you don't lose quality, and it's actually the actual clip and not the whole gameplay, which is great. It records in 25.0, I think it's megabits per second, whereas the PVR only goes up to 13.5, which is not as good quality. So yeah, the Elgato is obviously better quality in that perspective. 59.94 frames per second, it records that as well. It's great quality. So that's pretty much all the pros. Some of you may have others, but that's all the main good things I can think about or think of really. So yeah, I'll go on to the cons. So one thing I found out, that your computer actually needs to be on for this to work. Obviously I didn't really think about it when I first started, but once you use it, and then I wanted to go on the Netflix or something, you have to have your computer on for the Elgato to work. So if the Elgato's not on, if the computer's not on, then the transmission through the cables won't go through, because you've got it just stops at the Elgato. So you have to unplug that if you want to watch TV in bed and you don't have your computer on or anything like that. So that's one downside, I guess. And then it also uses a lot of processing power to run the Elgato, because it's using your computer's power. I'm guessing it's using its processor or the RAM or one of those, but it does slow your computer down, which is obviously a downside. Whereas the PVRs, it doesn't really do much with the software. You can usually do whatever you want while you're recording with that. I'm having a small problem with the audio lag. The Google Chrome, I know a few of you have said this, and I have now noticed this, the actual audio is behind on YouTube videos by a little bit, but it's noticeable. So when I was uploading these tests, the audio was really behind, because I'm having a slight audio lag from the actual Elgato. It's about 5 to 10 frames, which you might not think is a lot, but it is noticeable if you're cutting out clips a lot. But obviously the Google Chrome was making it look worse. But I still have a little bit of a problem with the audio lag. Like I said, 5 to 10 frames. But I have sent the details off to the engineers down at Elgato, so maybe they're gonna see what's up there. But I'm not sure if that's just my product or if it's common. So I guess let anyone know if anyone's got this problem as well. Also, if you want to use a headset, you have to buy an extra cable. The cable is RCA audio cable adapter for the Xbox 360. I'm not sure what it is with the PS3 because I don't have that, but I'm sure it's a similar kind of cable. So that's obviously a downside. You have to buy an extra cable, and it also only comes with one HDMI cable, so you have to buy an extra one. So if you don't have one spare, because I've been using the component cables for the Xbox, so I didn't have a HDMI cable, so I had to buy another one of those. So you know, it has its pros and cons. It is a good piece of equipment, really good, because nothing really competed with the PVR up until now, so I think they're gonna have some competition. So in my opinion, I really don't know which I'm going to stick with. I may stick with the PVR just because I'm used to it, and you know, the slight little audio lag problem. Obviously the downside of not having the computer on and it's not working, you know, I don't really want to be switching around the cables a lot. So may go with the PVR, but like I said, if they fix the audio, you know, it'd be really good to play in HD again, like full quality. So like I said, I'm really undecided at the moment. But I hope this gave you some details on, you know, the Elgato Game Capture HD. So it's down to you really, if whichever you want to pick, if you don't have one at the moment. So yeah, that's the review. I hope you enjoyed. I should have a video out tomorrow, because this is a review and I don't really want it to be classed as another gameplay or anything like that. So I should have a video out tomorrow. I'm not sure what it will be. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.